So, you're here because you want to learn how to autoclick. Well, I'm going to teach you both how to autoclick for just Ypoints in general, and how to autoclick Throne in case you need LBs, maybe you need some books, for example, like you need some G books, skill books, I don't know why it's lagging. But you can easily get G books, skill books, soul secrets, not holy ones. You can get these kinds of soul secrets though, exporbs, you can get tons of things from autoing thrones, so if you're in like an Ohajiki for example and you need resources, it's very nice to be able to auto those, and also be able to auto for LBs. So we're going to start off with autoing just normal like stages in general. So what should you do in order to auto stages normally? Well, there are three main ways to auto for Ypoints. You can use a pre-fill character, like King Emna is over here, a drop big character, also like Roxy is over here, or drop big spam. So let's talk about drop big just first in general. Ironically enough, drop big is the best way to auto for this event if you have Melik. He just happens to be strong enough, and because the Y point bonus also is a unity for him, he just happens to be strong enough to where he can one-shot stage 1-5, the seal stage, without any sort of help. So I've got my auto set up right here. We'll just turn it on real quick. And it's actually kind of slow to only use a drop big character to get their Soultimate, even with the start big of Cross Enma and the Appearless of Union. It's just way faster to get this Soultimate over here. I don't understand why you're being so slow. You literally were just autoing the stage, bro. But as you can see, it's kind of slow in order to get his Soultimate. However, because he's a 100 combo popper, he doesn't have to do the whole finish and all that. I'll show that later. But yeah, just autoing with drop big isn't really the fastest. It's actually the slowest of all the methods. However, because this stage specifically is giving me 19 points per clear, even though it's a slower clear, we're getting more Y points per hour. So next up, let's talk about pre-fill strategies. Pre-fill strats are very nice because, well, you know, it's just super duper useful. So because King Enma is a pre-fill character and is in the Crankakai, if you get him, you have a very nice auto character. Now, stage 45 isn't the best for this event because it's got 2 enemies, but if you only have 1 enemy, stage 28 is a pretty good auto spot, as you can see here. This is getting like 30-second clears or something, like from starting the stage to starting the stage again. It's very fast. Now, if you have an auto clicker doing this, it's so easy to just use a pre-fill character in order to, you know, clear the stage as fast as you can. If you're using an extreme popper, you will have to use, you'll have to like reset the stage, reset the game every now and then, because it'll start to lag because it's just that powerful. So you want to use specific characters when you have pre-fill. Extreme poppers work well even if you have to reset them every now and then. But let's go to Brave, because Brave's got a good example of this. Here we have this guy is Sun Spirit Akatsuki, I think is his name. Oh god, I forgot. For some reason, like when I like re-download the game sometimes, if I like, have to delete it or something, or if I like log into an alt or something, I have to like reset. It's weird every now and then. But let me get Crossma. So we have Cross Enma here. We go to this stage 28 right here. Sun Spirit Akatsuki is a select popper, and he is actually a decent option for like newer players. So let's time his Soultimate starting now. 3, 4, 5 seconds, and the boss falls over, which isn't too bad, because, you know, that's just 5 seconds of time loss. The fastest characters are Snow Queen Blazzaria, the UZ rank, Triple Z Fudoma with pre-fill, not God of Armor Fudoma, but the first one, this one. His second skill is pre-fill, so if you happen to have it, he's pretty fast. I don't have it. But then Milim from the Tensura event is also pretty fast. So let me get my Brave characters back. So now let's get Yamikenma. Yamikenma also has pre-fill, so you would think, oh, this should be just about as fast, right? Well, certain Soultimates just have straight up faster clear animations. So remember how Sun Spirit Akatsuki was only 5 seconds? Well, here's Yamikenma right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An additional second for the Soultimate to finish. Now, 1 second doesn't really sound like the biggest deal, But remember, you are autoing for most of the day. 1 second per battle adds up a lot over time. Meaning you are literally, since my clears are getting about, I don't know, we'll say 30 seconds. Every 30 clears with Yami Kenma right here, we are getting 1 extra clear with Sun Spirit Akatsuki, meaning we are getting an additional 16 Y points. So that's, if it's 30 seconds, if it's 30 clears for 30 seconds, that means every 15 minutes we're getting an additional 16 Y points. So it's very nice to have a character like this, who's got, you know, the pre-fill built in. So if you have this guy, level him up and use him. He's pretty good. Pre-fill characters like King Enma also work really well. Now that we've done that, I'm going to fix my team really quick. This is my throne autoing team. So the best way normally to auto Y points is universally with the strategy called drop big spam. So basically here we have Omen Enma. Omen Enma has start big, and I also like him because he has the 13% attack when in the center, meaning he's buffing everybody's damage. Cross Enma here is a start big character who's also Enma. Melik over here, I just have him here just because I think it's fun. I like him. He's also got drop big, and he's also getting buffed by Ruten, who just happens to be the Y point bonus and is buffing him. Normally, if I don't have either of these two, since Ruten is not normally a Y point bonus, I go to like Shady. The best character for this, in my opinion, is Lolita Pecora, because she has both drop big and the start big skill, meaning she can have some insanely large Puni. And then Boso Hinozal is also really nice because he's got drop big and Shady Unity, meaning he's buffing himself and Peko, meaning you get some very fast clears. So here I have my Soultless auto, where I don't use Soultimates, and this is the fastest clear that you can get. So we'll go to stage 10 because this is where the hidden appearance is, and if you get the hidden appearance, you get a couple additional Y points, even though it's slightly slower. If the hidden appearance does appear, you do get it. I think this is the hidden stage, but it's the hidden appearance. But as you can see, we're already done. I wasn't even done talking, and we've already finished the stage. So I can get around 28-second loops with this, and sometimes 27. So that's very, very fast. It would be the fastest if Melik didn't have drop big, but as you can see, we start at 9:03, and so, you know, if it's 9:03, that means once this says 9:30, we should be, like, starting the stage again. So yeah, it's very fast. You should only do this if you have max Y money like I do. Because if you don't have max Y money, as you can see, you get 78 Y money. That means you're just losing Y money as you buy Spirit. So use pre-fill if you're a new character, so that way you can get Y money. As you can see, yeah, 31, yeah, we already did it. So if you're a new player, use pre-fill, so that way you can get a huge pile of Y money. And once you have tons of Y money and can afford to, you know, not use pre-fill, switch to drop big, because it's a couple of seconds faster, and those couple of seconds add up to like thousands of Y points over the event. It's great. So now that I've showed you the teams you should do, let's get into how you should set up the auto. It's also got a guide to like download the auto clicker. So yeah. Okay, I have no idea when I'm going to do this. I'm also like actually just playing the event the first time today. It is literally 6 p.m. I've had to work, but this is going to be for an updated auto guide. So this first part is going to be about setting up the auto clicker, auto clicking for Y points, and the next part will be for autoing throne. So what you're going to want to do is go to Google, look up smart auto clicker, like just type it in, smart auto clicker version 1.5.1, specifically 1.5.1, okay? Then you'll find like the first link should be like a GitHub link. And it should take you to, like, I have a lot of things open right now at the time, so, like, don't worry about it. So, it'll take, this link should be the first one, discussion number 140. Click this, so I still gotta play the event. I'm so mad I didn't get King Enma. That's literally the one character I needed, and now I don't think I'm gonna be able to get thrown day one. I have, like, 3 autos going. Oh, great, I think my internet's going out. Ain't that just peachy? Great. Great, yeah, perfect time. Thanks for doing that, internet, crappy service providers. But anyways, so you're going to find this, and you'll see, like, this discussion was created from 1.5.1. It's because I have friggin' OBS open and now it's just not working. Great. So you're going to want to click this blue link and then hopefully your stuff will go faster than mine. Hurry up, bruh. You're gonna download it, okay? And then it's gonna give you this. I didn't even need to do it. You're gonna download it, and it's going to show up like this. Sorry, I'm just mad because things ain't going right today, but whatever. So you're gonna click this plus. You're gonna make a new scenario. I'm going to call it auto, just something simple. Okay, great. So it might say you need permissions for like overlay and accessibility services. Basically, you just click it, press allow, click out of this, go back, go here. Click it, and do that. And now, it will say, nah, you make sure you press don't show again. Start now. I'll just on my phone, whatever. So we'll go back to here. This is my alt that I have. So we'll start from the beginning. Actually, I just realized I'm not even at like a stage where I can just repeat it instantly over and over. So, well, I guess I can actually like show this off as we go. So let's hit this. So, we're going to get to the stage thing eventually. It's just, you know, whatever. So, I'm going to click these 3 lines, and then this is your event list. This is basically the things that it's looking for and the things it'll do once it finds those specific things. So, you're going to hit this plus down here, and this is going to create an event. We're going to call this start stage. This is a very important one. So, now you're going to click this thing. If you want to zoom in, press Control and scroll up on your scroll wheel or do your double finger slide thing. And then look for the start button. Pretty simple, right? Tolerance basically just means how precise does it have to be. Visible is obviously if it's on screen. Not visible means don't do it if it's not visible. And then at position, or you can do it just anywhere on the screen. Niche scenarios, but usually you just want to have it visible at this position. 4% tolerance works well. You can up the tolerance a little bit, but yeah. So now actions, what it's going to do. So we're going to, this is very specific. It's very weird. So you're going to click position, and now you're just going to tap. You'd think it would be that simple, right? But starting the stage actually has a little bit of anti-auto protection. I say anti-auto, basically, they just don't want you to like auto-click, but they can't tell if you are auto-clicking and you're not going to be banned. So the best thing they can do is just make the buttons a little bit finicky. So the workaround is making a click and then instantly making a wait. The duration is 1250 is just the magic number I've gotten to work. And that's just super simple. And then we're going to do another 2 clicks. Make sure it's on the same exact position as each other. Well, not the same exact position, but close enough. So I like to make it on this little dot right here. And I think that's close enough. You're going to have 2 clicks. So it's going to be click, wait, click, click. Make sure it has a 1 millisecond delay, okay? So Puni is weird with like the emulators. Oh, it doesn't do it. If I do it on this one, if I stop it, then I'll have to like restart it, but yeah, it's whatever. So now you're going to actually move it over here because what we're going to do to make it pop Puni is look for the pause button. So this we'll call pop Puni. We'll also make it look for Soultimates. So we'll click this, go to the start button, all the way up here, scroll it. We're going to shrink it down. Make sure you don't get the background visible. Otherwise, it will just stop working once the event ends and you'll have to make another one. So just look for the pause button. Very simple. And now you're going to just do a crap ton of clicks. Something here. Maybe a nice little something here. A nice little something here. Probably. Yeah, pretty nice. And then we'll get another one. I'm actually gonna put it on Roxy. And I'm actually gonna click and slide it as the second one. Just so that way it might get used faster. We'll click another click on other Roxy. Another click on Ghislaine. And then one more click. No, that's a swipe. One more click at the bottom of the screen. Just so that way it can do Soultimates if needed. So basically, it's just going to pop, 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 pop until the stage is dead. Hooray! Yippee, yippee, we won. Very nice and simple. So we're going to stop it. Now, we're going to call this one results. Alright. We're going to search for this. Getting ymoney, which is pretty nice because I'll need it to auto. And we're going to look for this. Now you're just going to click. I always like to do it on condition, usually, but you can have it on position if you want it. So then it will, do its okay, do its thing. But then you see it says okay here in English. You'll have to do another one. So we'll just call this results. Oh, okay. Go here. Do. Luckily, we got a treasure as well, which means that we can have it go through the process of accepting a treasure. Very nice. So once it's here, we'll have this. So now we'll hit this back button. And now a fun little trick you can do is actually have it be only one condition. Call this pseudo keys. And then have click on condition. Okay. But now, since it's moved, it's going to do this. What you can actually what we can do is have this on anywhere on screen. Have a little bit of tolerance up. But then I'm actually going to add a 200 millisecond wait. Just in case. Just so that way it doesn't open up the score attack menu. But as you can see, it doesn't work anymore. So actually we're not going to do that. But you can still do this. Do this at a specific position. It will do its thing. And then we're going to do another one. And just have it be down here. Just like that. You can have two conditions here, and since it's only one condition, it can hit both. Very cool. So, if we go here, we get key. Cool. I always like to add some backup insurance ones. So, this one is not covered by pseudo keys, but we can just add it to pseudo keys. Because we're cool like that. Very nice. And then score attack. So we'll do a Skoda insurance, I guess. I don't know. I think my game crashed. No, it didn't. It's just because I don't think I've opened up score attack like ever. Oh yeah, I have for the Neonbo coin. Then we're gonna go here. Gonna do this. Add a click on condition. Another 200 millisecond wait. Nice. And then we're gonna open up this menu. And then do iPad insurance. And then have it here. You can all just add this on like one menu if you want, but for the sake of ease of understanding, I'm going to do it like this and just like that. So now I can click this. It will do its fight. It'll clear through all of the stuff. And, actually, that's basically, it. Once I get to a stage that I can, auto repeatedly, we've done it. This is an alt that I said I was going to get an alt with Roxy Unity, and this is that alt. I call it Spry 2. I have two alts named Spry 2. I should name the other one Spry 2. I should name this one, or the other one Spry 2 squared. That could be fun. So there's some extra conditions you can do every now and then, which will just speed up the process. But it kind of just takes a little bit of effort to. Well, honestly, it doesn't even take a little bit of effort. We literally I've set up the auto for you guys in 5 minutes at most. Even though I don't have a pre-fill character here, it's fine since I still got a drop big character. I have G Slaying for bonus balls, and it's fine. Plus, I need ymoney anyway. But obviously, you'd want a pre-fill character, or if you have tons of ymoney, you can do drop big spam strats. I think I'm probably gonna have already gone over the strats you can do before this. If I had to guess, I should. I haven't recorded any part of this. This is literally day one of the event. You also want to make sure you have oh, see, there you go. It made me re-click it, but whatever. It auto saves. So here we're going to go to befriend. Going to click only one condition. Going to have this little OK right here. Going to just have a click because we don't have to worry about it opening up anything else. And then we'll click this OK manually. And then we'll do another one right here, because it's in a very ever so slightly different position. And if you're doing like a pseudokai, you want to make sure you get like ohajiki, not a pseudokai, an ohajiki. If an ohajiki normal appears, you want to have it be able to see. I just want to get footage of the befriending working since I skipped over it. If you're like doing befriendings for a throne, you're gonna have to get their name right here, which I did not because I'm not going to be befriending Starry Canes. But once I click through the dialogue, it goes through just fine. Yeah, pretty cool. So, I mean, as you can see, it's been working flawlessly. Like, hasn't opened up score attack, hasn't tried to buy anything, mainly because I haven't put in a date of my age into this account yet. But yeah, I did one Nyanbo coin. I did not buy a multi on this. I got the free Nyanbo, and I just happened to get Sunrise Boy, and I was very, very glad about that. So, yeah, hopefully I can get the first key decently fast, so that way I can show you. I mean, I should just tell you, make a condition for getting one of those, just getting the key. So, yeah, I need 2 more keys, and then I'll have the first one. So here we are at stage 13. So what you're going to want to do is beat the stage the first time. So we're going to just spam through the dialogue because, yeah, I love Story. He has such a cool design. Too bad I don't have him in my box. But yeah, what we're going to do is just auto, beat him, deal damage, get Y money, so that way we're not going into the negatives. So, like, unless you have, like literal, like, cap of Y money, like, right here, you should be doing, like, a Soultimate to finish. Even if it's slower, like, not having to worry about Y money is so much more worth it. So, we're going to gap through, and now that we've beaten the stage the first time, the camera is locked in the same position it's going to be every time we beat the stage. So now what we can do is finally make a that is a terrible spelling. Stage select event. Go to right here. Just zoom in right here. Flatten it to as little as you can. You don't want to get the actual Puni since the Puni like moves. It's dynamic like that. Then you're going to get only one condition. Click on condition. And just like that, you can auto for Y points. And it's so cool. It's so peak. I love being able to auto Y points and have a life outside of this game. It's so nice. Like, look at this. Literally haven't even looked at the screen very often. I'm just getting 13 Y points every, like, 30 seconds. It's great. This one, I actually want to time it and see how good it's doing. I should pull up a clock right here. I've never opened up this thing in my life. I literally just want a clock, bro. Timer. Okay. So we're gonna do just, well, sure, we'll just do like a 5-minute, or should I just do it? Yeah, it's a stopwatch, never mind. So used to just calling things timers. So go through that, and as you can see, get about 800,000 score every time, which means that I get 250 Y money each time, which means I'm steadily going up in terms of Y money. So let's time it. Let's time it right here. Start. So this should probably be around like 30 seconds, honestly. Maybe 32, but even still, like 30 is good enough. You want to make sure you get like a high enough stage to where you get an extra Y point. If you're doing a start big strats for this event specifically, the hidden event, or not the hidden event, the rare appearance, which is like an extra yokai that shows up on some normal stages, is stage 10, and it can give you like a couple extra Y points. So yeah, there we go. 30 seconds. And, you know, I'm getting 7 Y points. So let's pull up a calculator. So every 30 seconds, I am getting 8 Y points. So 8 times 2, which means I'm getting about 16 Y points per minute, ignoring getting like keys and stuff. So multiply this by 60, which means I should be getting 960 Y points an hour. Multiply that by 24 if you're doing it on like a phone. 23,000 Y points a day. Multiply it by, I don't know, like lowball 14. I should have 300 12-ish thousand Y points if I don't crank. With Goku Noko, we'll up that number. So instead of 8, we'll do 13 times 2. Gets 26 Y points per minute. Multiply that by 60. 1,560 Y points per hour. Multiply that by 24. 37,440 Y points a day. Multiply that by 14. You'd have 524,000 Y points at the end of the event if you didn't crank. So yeah, if you can buy Goku Noko, buy Goku Noko, please. I didn't last event for this one because I haven't been paid by YouTube yet, so once I get paid by YouTube, I'll buy him next time he comes out. Kind of sucks for this event, but I'll make do. So, yeah. Goku Noko, very cool when you have a good, speeds. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So, honestly, I'm pretty sure this will be under 30 seconds, which is actually what you want to be. You want to be under 30 seconds, because under 30 seconds is slightly more than 26 Y points per minute. Sorry, work clogged up my arteries or something, I don't know. Not my arteries, my lungs. So, going through this, ignoring the key, it's about about the same amount of time. Yeah, about 30 seconds. But still, if you have a start big spam, drop big spam, you can get it to be about 28 seconds, which 2 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 2 seconds for every clear, and that adds up over the course of 14 days. So, with my start big spam on my account, I literally got 700,000 Y points for the Y point drought by next event, which means I made over 700,000 Y points because I cranked on, what was it? Was it 100 Tails 1? Yeah, it was 100 Tails 1 because I didn't get Wyvern King LBs. So yeah, I've kind of just been yapping this whole time, but as you can see, that's how you auto for Y points. And so now, let's go ahead and talk about why do exist. Let's talk about how to auto throne. So now that we know how to get Y points, let's auto for the throne so that way we can get limit breaks so that way our teams can be stronger. So a really good character for this is the Nyambo exclusive character, Doll-U. Doll-U is just insanely good. She's both a pre-fill character with EX pop as a Soultimate, meaning she can get us combo, which is great, but she also has a large Puni can fall after her Soultimate is used. So basically, she's like a Soultimate filler that gives us combo. She's very insanely powerful, and is super nice to have if your character doesn't have pre-fill. Like, for example, if Yotsuba was the throne bonus, she doesn't have any skill to get her Soultimate with autoing, and she's got Fever Fill and Revive. However, Doll-U would be able to get her a ton of her Soultimate. And then other good characters are the double Z ranks. Sort by Tough and Shady real quick. The double Z ranks, Usapion, Awoken, and G-Slane. So let's look at G-Slane first. She was from the Mushoku Tensei event last event. She has, well, both of them have bonus balls, can fall instead of their large Puni. Well, not instead of their large Puni, just instead of their Puni. And have the increased bonus ball AoE, making it much easier to just spam with bonus balls to get their Soultimate. The other Usapion with this, he was a paid pack, but he'll be freely available later. He's pretty good. He's also got the same exact skills, so they're very useful. I find them more consistent than start bigs, since start bigs, while, they start big, if, for example, King Enma doesn't get his G's Ultimate, we actually don't get as many combo. And for this example specifically, I need King Enma to have a little bit of G's Ultimate and have a little bit of combo, so that way he can actually one-shot. Now, I can't bring Goku Noko here, so I will have to bring God of Armor Fudoma, but if you're autoing like an Ohajiki throne, you don't need Goku Noko anyway, and you don't need the throne bonus. You can just build a team setup that would let you one-shot. This setup just happens to one-shot and have the Y point bonus. So autoing throne normally isn't the best method to getting Y points, usually because it's just so much slower, and you have to sacrifice a lot just to make it a one-shot. However, for this example, if my King Enma is G5, I could actually bring Goku Noko, however, I don't have books. However, at the end of the event, once stamps come out, he will get a damage up, and he should be able to one-shot with Goku Noko on the team, probably, maybe. So let's talk about my setup right here. So we have the pop Puni right here, and it is looking for the pause button, but is making sure that the G Soultimate of King Enma in this example specifically isn't full. Once his G Soultimate is full, it will stop popping, or it should, usually. I have a higher tolerance for this, just in case there's like a bunch of flashing things on the screen. And then down here I have a G Soultimate specifically. It's looking for the G OK. So you see right here it says like Soultimate OK. When the G Soultimate is full, it will say G OK. So once that is ready, or this Soultimate is full, whichever one comes first, it will use King Enma's G Soultimate. So let's go ahead and get it started. It could be a little finicky to mess around with, and it doesn't happen like perfectly. I just, for some reason, I just cannot get it to do the G Soultimate like as soon as it can. But because of Usapion with his bonus balls, we can keep up combo. As you can see, we've got like 12, 22, 29, 30 combo, and King Enma has his G Soultimate. And now, once his Soultimate fires, we do 2.14 million damage, making it very fast to be able to get a throne kill. So if I was autoing for books, this would be I would be more than happy with this on a throne kill. However, this isn't like, I want Ypoints. And even if I were to bring like Goku Noko, for example, I'll just bring him just for like sake of example. As you can see, if I go back here to my triple S ranks, it's kind of fun reminiscing on all these events, but yeah, a lot of them suck now. So Goku Noko, even though he is giving me 5 additional Ypoints per clear, the run is going to be so slow, it's just not worth it to bring him if I wanted to be like autoing for LBs. So as you can see, even though we're still getting tons of combo, we still get the G Soultimate. We're just going to only deal 1.82 million, meaning he's got 200,000 HP left. Meaning we're going to have to wait for, another G Soultimate. Because, it's looking for the G Soultimate to do. So even though we have Goku Noko, he's not quite enough to make it worth bringing him. And that's why I just don't say Goku Noko is the best character in the game. Yeah, sure, he gives you 5 Ypoints per clear. But if you have like a pre-fill character, you can get faster clears without him. Like basically, if you had one character, if you were forced to only have one character and you had to start over, Goku Noko would not be your pick. You'd pick a pre-fill character because they can grind you stuff faster. That's just my argument for it. So yeah, you would have to bring a Unity character like maybe Crossmo. Like, hang on, would Omen Enma kill? Actually, you know what? I don't care. I don't really care to check. So you pick some sort of setup you have. Mine's G3. He's got his 2 LBs. If you have him G5, he could very likely one-shot without that. So yeah, I also have the perma bonuses. I never like talk about these, but basically the more you get these characters, you get like some extra HP, some extra attack. And this adds on to the base level of the characters and then gets multiplied by like Unity and stuff. So they're very important to get. Anytime you can get a Crystal Legend, a Kachi Kachi versus Puni Puni, an Extreme Yokai, get them. You get more stats. It's very nice. So overall, there you go. That's how you auto for Ypoints with, pre-fill, drop big spam. That's how you auto a throne to get books and, maybe Ypoints depending on the scenario. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you get rich so that way you can stop whining about, oh, where's my 7,000 Ypoints from the comeback campaign? 7,000 Ypoints ain't nothing. Well, I mean, it is kind of something. That's like 4 level cap breaks of a UZ. So it is kind of important. But yeah, get rich because, I don't know, there's probably something coming if they have the whole like Enma crank with the watch. So, yeah. Bye.